That's
The
good. Eric, hey,
at.
I think today is the big reveal. We
Yeah,
waited.
I got mine. I got mine right here. 23andMe.
Yep, I got mine right here.
Not sponsored,
Yep,
but we did get our 23andMe results in.
yep. And I think it's just gonna be fun to just reveal them live on air.
Yeah,
I
I
haven't
think we
looked at
do.
mine yet, so
No, I haven't looked at mine. It's open, but
yeah,
I didn't look at it. I'm gonna unblur
mine's
my background just so we can see
okay.
uh whatever it is me. Well, this is exciting. I think I know what I am, but it's good to know.
Yeah.
It's good to have it. Good to have it. Let's see. Huh. This is odd. It's a black and white picture of Steve Buscemi.
Okay.
Is that
It seems like good news.
yeah? Is that like is he my relative or something? Or there's
Huh.
another piece of paper in here. Hold on, let me. Oh, the Steve Buscemi is your son. That's
Oh,
awesome, man. Holy shit! I'm so proud of him. He grows up
yeah.
so
I
fast.
feel like that's a pretty rare one to get.
Yeah, I don't know. That's pretty rare.
Oh,
Less than 1% chance, I would
yeah.
say. It's like
You
a
know,
holographic card.
I should have known because you do look alike.
People do say that. People do say that.
Wow. Well, congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
Well, I
Shout out
guess.
Steve. I'll see you at home, I guess, for dinner.
Oh yeah. You know what? The thing about 23andMe is that as soon as you find out, like, figure out what your ancestry is, you just invite them over.
Right? Yeah.
Okay. Let me open up mine. Okay. This is nerve wracking. Okay. This says I'm 50% normal German.
Hmm.
Okay. And then I'm also 20% bad German.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I
I
mean,
wonder what that means.
odds are.
Yeah. And
I think
then,
we all know what bad German means, Matt.
well, okay. And then it says 20% redacted German.
Oh well, maybe I don't know what bad German means.
Okay. Interesting. Redacted, I'm sure that's probably good. They only redact things that are good.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Um, 5% the weird part of Germany where they speak French.
Mm.
Yikes. I don't want that on my record.
No, at least it's only 5%.
Yeah. And then 5% smoked paprika.
Good
I think
for you.
I feel good
I like
about that.
smoked paprika. I use it a lot. Yeah.
I feel good about that. I know
That's good.
I'm German to my core, and I think this reflects it.
Yeah, I think it does too.
Wow.
And you got a little bit of spice,
God,
which
thank
I
you.
always knew you had a little bit of spice in you.
Hmm. Wow. I mean, I wish I was Steve Buscemi's father, but it's
Hey,
okay.
we can't all be Steve. I mean, look at this guy, my son, my boy, my baby boy.
He's in, like, the
Mwah.
look on his face is wow. I can't believe.
I think this is a picture of when he found out that he was my son. I think they took a picture of him.
And it's beautiful that that's documented.
Beautiful photo. I'm gonna hang it up.
Well, everyone, you heard it here first. This is our ancestry. Thank you all for believing in us.
Yes, thank you for believing in us.
All right. Give me that Matt. Give me that chat. Don't you know that talk show? Whoa, it's Eric. I need a lyric. Don't you talk with me. I'm working late because I'm a Twitcher. You look so cute. A real charmed person. Come join us now. We're for our big talk show. We want you, baby, to talk with me. Give me that Matt. Hello. Welcome to Talk with Me, the proven 100% guaranteed greatest talk show in the world.
Yep.
I'm Matt.
And as always, I'm Eric Buscemi.
Yeah, does he take your name or do you take his name?
I feel like he has a more famous last name, so I should take it. So
But
I think I'm gonna
you're his father. I think
I
you should
am
take
his
yours.
father. So it'd be weird if I had his. Yeah,
Okay.
he'll have to change it to Steve Younglove.
Steve Younglove. Thank you so
Younglove
much, Steve.
from
Shout
the
out
Big
to all the
Lebowski, Steve Younglove.
shout out to all the Steves out there.
Mm.
All of them are my good friends.
Yep.
Well, I think today we just got a absolute banger of an episode.
This episode, as the kids say, slaps.
Slaps. You know, and I love when the kids say stuff that I understand.
Hmm.
And it's like crazy because I'm so in tune that everything that the kids say, I'm like immediately I'm like, oh, I know what that
I
means.
get it. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It's crazy, and
Yep.
and I'm like, you guys, like, can I like
hang out with you or whatever. And
right? You do hang out with a weird amount of kids.
yeah, yeah. But usually they don't want me there.
Yeah. Well, we got a lot of show to get to.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, you know what? Before we get started, we have to go for our patented,
Patented.
copywritten. Is this copyrighted?
Patented and copywritten and trademarked.
Yeah.
I believe we got all the trifecta.
Yeah. Would you rather? Great. Would you rather? Everyone, please, if you're watching it out at home, please participate.
Yes.
Eric, would you rather? Any time that you have to go anywhere outside of your house, you have to fly a jet plane to get there.
Oh. Okay.
Or 2 + 2 = 6, but only for you.
Only for me.
Yes.
Do I know how to fly a jet, or is this like currently me right now just flying a jet?
You.
Or do I get,
It's
like,
it's
full
you.
lessons?
I assume that you would take the time to learn, because otherwise you'd just be a homebody. But yeah, you do need to teach yourself.
But I can't leave my house to learn how to fly a jet without flying a jet to get there.
Someone will have to taxi that jet right up to your door.
Okay. All right. And 2 + 2 = 6, but only for me.
Mhm.
Would that mean, like, if I take $2 and I take $2, I would then have $6?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's to give the chat another second. Doesn't look like there's any questions in the chat today, but okay, no, we got yeah, I think me and Charmed Persons in the chat kind of had the same thing. Is so, like, if I bought 2 apples and then 2 apples, would I create 2 apples I could sell for profit? I mean, I
Yep.
think
That's
all right.
correct. 100%
Great.
correct.
Okay. And Out for a Walk B wants to know, does that apply to all math?
Any math, anything where there's 2 of something plus another 2 of something in any scenario will always equal 6, but just to you.
I mean, I'm gonna lock in my answer. I'm ready to go.
Okay. What is your answer?
I am going to. I'm gonna do 2 + 2 = 6. It seems like an infinite money glitch.
Okay.
I think you fucked up, Matt.
Let me calculate. Oof. I'm sorry, but in that scenario, you do get called a witch and burned at the stake pretty quickly.
I forgot about the witch clause.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, but you did fail this. Would you rather?
Damn.
Well, thanks for playing. Maybe next time.
Maybe next time.
Eric.
Matt.
Stories.
What are they?
We love them, but we don't know what they are.
We don't.
Yeah.
Before the stream, Matt and I were talking about 2 of our favorite stories, which is The Love Guru and Don't Mess with the Zohan. 2 of our favorite great American stories.
And like those are just classics that have stood up to the test of time.
Yep. And they only get better with age.
Yeah, and you read the synopsis of a couple of them, and you're like, wow, that's a good movie and makes total sense. And
This
it's not
holds up.
problematic.
This holds up.
And like I just see that kind of beautiful storytelling, and I think we could do that.
We could do it.
We could make Don't Mess with the Zohan.
We probably could make Don't Mess with the Zohan. We probably shouldn't,
Yeah.
but I think we could.
No one should make Don't Mess with the Zohan.
No, nobody should make that movie. But Matt and I are going to be building towards making. I'm going to call it a short film. I don't like calling it a short film, but I'm going to call it a short film.
Yeah.
We're going to make a little movie, but first we have to start off with what is a story, because Matt and I really don't know. We're trying to figure it out.
I assume it's a bunch of words on a page.
Yep.
But I could be wrong.
I could be right. I think of story more as spoken word.
See, we're already completely different places.
We're already. I mean, stories have been around forever. That's our species. Stories are ingrained in our species. We're a story-driven species, I feel.
I think you're right, but are you sure a story wasn't invented like yesterday?
I'd have to check Wikipedia.
Okay.
But I'll do that after the show.
Okay.
It's either been around for forever or since yesterday or somewhere in between.
And it's that kind of ambiguity that makes us just love a story. We just love reveling in it, and we just love soaking it in so that we can make our own stories that are taking all the best parts from other stories and plagiarizing them.
Yes, we are trying to steal our way to the top.
Steal our way to the top, and on it, like our short film going to be the movie Jaws that we make? Could be.
Yeah. Did I already procure a shark? Yes, I did.
Yes.
Is it in my bathtub? And is it becoming a big problem in my life? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
But we got to use it.
But that story, baby.
Yep, that story, baby. A shark in the bathtub. That story, baby.
And now, of course, to get us some inspiration, we are going to listen to some stories that people have sent us, and we're going to listen, and we're going to learn, and we're going to understand.
Yep. Yeah, we asked some of our friends of the show, people who've been on the show, to tell us a story. Could be their favorite story, could be one they find out, could be something that happened to them, but we just asked them to tell us a story. So we're gonna listen to some stories, and we're gonna break them down, try to figure out what a story is.
Yeah, what makes it tick? Why is it so good?
We're gonna rip apart this story and look through its guts.
All right.
All right, first one up. Let me share this.
Yes.
And just for the record, Matt and I haven't watched these, so we're gonna be watching them for the first time with you guys.
So if they're like terrible or
don't blame us,
cancelable, it's not our fault.
Yep, these do not. These are the opinions of the people that are telling the stories. They are not necessarily the opinions of Talk With Me,
unless there are good stories, in which case we do
own them. Yep. All right.
Okay.
First one. Here we go.
Oh, okay.
See. Now it should be playing.
Okay.
But it's not.
Now, if there's a story that doesn't play, is that bad?
This story is a shout out to Wilder and the sport of disc golf. The other day I was walking with my friend, and instead of walking on the perfectly paved path that is there for us, she decided that she was going to walk along the, I would say probably like 10-foot wall that goes over like a not retention pond, but like retention area that can sometimes turn into a pond if it rains enough, you know what I'm saying? So she is walking along that area and gets to quite a large bush, and she tries to get right into that bush. She tries to make her way through it, and she's just getting stabbed by thorns. And so she decides she cannot cross the bush. She cannot get through it. We've all been there. But so she tries to walk backwards. And she's like, no, that's too far. It wasn't even that far. It was maybe, I don't know. I don't want to judge that. It wasn't that far, but she was like, nope, don't want to do that. Immediately decided, didn't want to do that. So then she decides that she's going to jump off the ledge. And I'll say my friend is young and beautiful, but she's not as young as some other people are. Like, she's not Love Island young. You know, none of us are, except the people on Love Island. And so she jumped off the ledge. She hit the ground hard. And she said that when she hit the ground, she wasn't sure if she was going to be able to get back up. And it was the funniest thing that I've seen in a really long time. But it was also the dumbest thing I've seen in a really long time. And I love her for it.
Wow.
Okay.
Very, very interesting.
Yeah. I would say that story is about overcoming obstacles, right?
Yeah.
Problem solving.
Overcoming obstacles or succumbing to them.
Yeah.
I did like the idea that the people of Love Island have their own age rules that no one else is allowed to have.
Yes, they operate outside of time and space.
Yeah. A good story has expanded lore that you just
it's kind of sci-fi a little bit.
Yeah. And what about this retention pond?
Pond that's not a pond?
Interesting.
it's kind of philosophical.
Now, I was kind of hoping that, this person would jump off and they would get severely injured or something, because I like stories where people get hurt.
Yes, true stakes.
Yeah, death. But it sounds like they were okay, just embarrassed.
Right.
Okay.
And they also mentioned disc golf in the beginning, and then never really got to disc golf.
Yeah.
I was kind of waiting for disc golf to come the whole time because I'm a big fan of disc golf. But it was a great story. It was a great story. Thank you, Sarah. Out for a walk beat in the chat. You know her, you love her. Big fan. Great story. Thank you for submitting it.
All right.
I think to me, what I got from that is a good story needs to have an obstacle that you either overcome or you don't overcome.
Yeah.
You gotta have some conflict. I guess conflict. There you go. Conflict. That's
interesting.
I think I just made that word up.
Conflict. That sounds like it would be relevant to story.
Yeah.
And we also have to just reference at least one reality TV show.
Yes, we do have to reference a reality TV show and Irish Halloween. That's the two things that we have to
every story needs a reality TV show and Irish Halloween.
Yep.
Beautiful. Well, thank you, Sarah.
Yes, thank you.
That has supplied my brain with many things.
All right, this next one. Share this. This is Zach, who looks like he may have shot it on the surface of the sun.
Okay.
Let's watch this video.
All right, I don't know if I told you guys this before, but when I was a junior in high school, I had a cast party for a production of Cinderella that I was in. And the cast party was at a friend's house, which was a farmhouse, because I live in the middle of Indiana. And at this farmhouse, they had a cement basketball court that was right next to a cement horse trough. And that is going to come into play later. We were playing a game of Capture the Flag. And it was a pretty intense game, and we were playing the version where if you get tagged, you go to the other team's jail. Well, the other team's jail happened to be on that cement basketball court across from that cement horse trough. Now, they had a person guarding the jail on one side of the horse trough and on the other side of the horse trough, but they didn't have someone guarding the jail right in the middle of the horse trough, because who would be stupid enough to try and leap over the cement horse trough? Well, it turns out junior high school Zach Tabor was stupid enough to do that. And I was not in much better shape than I am now. So I don't necessarily know what gazelle DNA I thought I had required, but I did my best attempt. I sprinted towards the jail, jumped across the cement horse trough, but my back foot clipped the closer side of the cement horse trough, meaning that both of my shins hit the edge of the cement horse trough and then scraped down it and landed on the cement basketball court on the other side. The good news is I tagged the guy and we got him out of jail. He was our fastest runner. And so I got him out of jail. We finished the game. I'm walking back to the house, and I'm like, man, the grass must have been really dewy because my legs are soaked. Pulled up my pant legs, and they were covered from the right below my knee down in just blood. And yeah, they were pretty messed up. I went home and was too embarrassed to tell my parents how it happened. And so I went to bed and I just put paper towel over them. And the next morning they looked pretty rough. Still had little cement bits in the cuts and stuff that I had to get out of there. To this day, over 20 years later, my shins below the knee are still swollen on both sides. About a third of a foot in diameter. And it'll most likely stay swollen for the rest of my life until it eventually calcifies and becomes bone. And I have an extra kneecap on each leg. So that's a story for you.
Wow.
All right. Wow.
You know what? That was harrowing and exciting, and I noticed that this also involves someone falling.
I was gonna say 2 for 2 on people falling down and hurting themselves.
Yeah, and I liked how Zach there set up the horse trough at the beginning, and the entire time I was like,
I think
"What is this horse? Is there going to be a horse?"
Which I think in Indiana, horse troughs are like a real problem. I think they're just kind of everywhere.
Yeah, I agree. I think people just like leave them, and it's just like it's like tumbleweeds.
Right, they're come rolling across the street.
You know, the thing about having blood and like, you know, constantly like swelled up, and it'll be like that forever. That's sucks, but that's just great story.
Well, getting another kneecap, you're kind of, I mean, could that be considered a superpower?
Having another kneecap?
Yeah. Like you
absolutely.
try to get somebody tries to hit you in the shin, it's like, oh my god, it's another kneecap.
Whoa, is this like a comic book origin story?
I think so. Horse trough.
Wow.
It's instead of a spider, it's a horse trough. So are you like horse trough man?
Yeah, a horseman with 2 kneecaps.
Horseman with 2 kneecaps. Okay, now you're cooking.
Yeah. Now I was disappointed that there was no reference to a reality TV show, so I'm gonna have to dock it points for that.
Gonna have to ding it points for that for sure. Yeah. But it did have somebody falling down. Blood. That that high stakes. We were looking for that in the last one. Somebody to get actually hurt.
Yep.
So you got to give Zach some points for that.
Yep. It got the tag too.
Yes, got the tag, so they overcame it. They did stumble, but they were victorious in the end. So I feel like, I mean, hats off to you.
Hats off.
Props off to you.
Props off to you. Thank you for giving us that story. We are going to steal it.
Yep, I think that we got to have a horse trough at some point.
At some point in our short film, there will be a horse trough and a game of tag.
Yep.
Because that's
maybe not make that. A horse trough for sure. Game of tag, I don't know. I can't commit to a game of tag.
That's true. Okay.
But I can commit to a horse trough because I already got a couple of those next to the shark.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Great. Well, we got one more.
Yeah, we got one more. Thank you, Zach, for sending that in. That was a great story. Leads us a little bit closer to what a story is. Let me get the next one. Got it.
Beginning, a middle, preferably an end.
You know, if we're talking, if it's split up into 3-act structure, this is our 3rd act. We have our 3rd act coming up.
Yes. This is going to be one that puts us over the edge.
Yep, this is the one that pushes us over the edge, or pushes us over the horse trough, if you will.
Angie Video. Let's see what Angie Video has to say.
Okay. I've never told this story publicly before, so if we get canceled again, this is why. But in 2016, I was working at a museum in Chicago, and it was around the time that George Lucas was searching for his location for the Lucas Museum, the Star Wars Museum, whatever. And I was working at this museum, and I was in a particular room that was full of butterflies that were exotic and not native. And so my job was to stand at the end of the exhibit, and as people left, I had to make sure that there were no butterflies on them. I also had to enforce the rules of the room, and no running, no crushing butterflies, stomping on anything, etc., etc. So I'm at my position, at my post, standing there, and I see some people walk in, and the first thing I see is white sneakers, the whitest sneakers I've ever seen, and they weren't even that white, but they were the whitest sneakers I've ever seen. And then I pan up, and I immediately am like, it's George Lucas, before I even get to his face. So George Lucas was in this butterfly room with me, and he looked like he was having the worst day of his life. So I watch him. The people that were with him, I'm assuming it was his child and his wife, went to go explore the butterflies, and George marches to the end of the butterfly exhibit and sits on the end, kind of close to where I'm standing, like he's ready to leave already. And people start noticing. People are like whispering and are like, "Oh, is that George?" My boss comes in behind me and is like, "Hey, did you see our guest?" And I was like, "Yes." And he was like, "Don't make a big deal about it," and starts giving me all these directives of like, if people start asking, I'm supposed to be like, "I don't know, I don't know." Long story short, I'm sitting here monitoring this butterfly room, and George Lucas, sitting next to me, has a butterfly fly across his face, and he swats it and it falls down in front of him and dies. And I truly did not know what to do in that moment. He stood up. I made sure he didn't have any butterflies on him. His wife and child followed, and they left. And that was the only time I have ever seen George Lucas. And to this day, the injustice of it still haunts me.
Wow.
That is incendiary.
And an exclusive story from Angie. Thank you, Angie, for sending that in.
That I don't understand why, but that explains Jar Jar Binks.
I think it was post Jar Jar Binks, but it does put Jar Jar Binks in context.
Yeah, that's just the Jar Jar Binks is the kind of creation that someone like that would. Okay, well let's just think about this logic.
I have been in one of those butterfly enclosures.
Did you
and
kill
I gotta
one?
tell you, I tried to. It was one of the most terrifying experiences of my life. I don't know why I had a full blown panic attack in there. It was terrible.
Really?
Yep.
Interesting.
So to me, that was a horror story. That was, I mean,
Okay.
as soon as you got to the butterflies, I was in.
Now, so you're really no better than George Lucas.
I can't confirm that I killed any of them. I would say I'm not as good as George Lucas.
Okay.
I would go out on a limb and say I'm not as good as George Lucas.
Are you as good as George Lucas? Well, I don't know. I'm gonna say no.
Well, the chat can decide if I'm as good as George Lucas.
Is Eric as good as George Lucas? Now, of course, as we know, George Lucas is an animal killer, which definitely brings him down a few notches.
Yes.
But he also made Star Wars, which brings him up a few notches.
Is that even? But he also made the prequels, which I don't know. I like the prequels. I know they get a lot of shit, but I think it evens them out. I think Butterflies, the other.
You're right. Okay, you're right. Okay, that's good. I will say, in terms of our 3-act structure, finally, this one included something dying.
Yes, this one included some violence and some death.
Thank God.
And a celebrity cameo, a surprise celebrity cameo, which is one thing that I got from it that we got to try to put into our video.
Okay, we can get a classic Chicago celebrity to be in our short film.
Yeah.
Who's a classic Chicago?
The Bean.
The Bean. Obama.
Harry Carey. He might be dead.
Yeah.
But
I'll email Obama and see if he wants to kill a butterfly in our short movie.
Okay, I'll email the ghost of Harry Carey.
Okay, good.
Great.
You know what? I honestly, if you look at all 3 of these stories together, what I get from it in terms of what story is that story is mostly about people hurting things themselves or
hurting themselves. Yeah. Something needs to get hurt.
Okay, something needs to get hurt, preferably dead.
Preferably dead. Blood is good.
Yeah, blood is good. Okay, and another thing that I've learned is reality TV show has to be in every one.
Has to be.
Now, it wasn't in the last 2, but
no. And I think they suffered for it.
Yeah. I'm holding on to that as a steadfast rule.
Yeah, that last story to me had a lot of tension. It had a lot of. To me, it was a scary story with the butterflies, celebrity cameo, trying to decide what the conflict is or like what the thing that they had to overcome. I don't know if that was necessarily part of it. Maybe not freaking out about George Lucas.
Yeah.
To be honest, to me, Angie did not stop George Lucas from killing that butterfly, and I feel like that's a failure on Angie.
It's really a story about how inaction leads to death.
Yes, thank you. That you put my thoughts into words. Thank you, Matt, like you usually do.
Wow. And I can't believe it. I feel like I know what story is now.
Yes, I think we got some in the. Let's take a look at the chat. Out for a walk B is upset that we wanted her friend to die, and was she supposed to push her friend off the ledge? Yes, I think that would have led to a better story.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest. Have you seen The Lion King? That's what happens in The Lion King. It's a great story.
Yeah. Can't argue with that.
Right.
Can't argue with that.
Charm
Right.
Persons in the chat, stories equal pain. I agree with that. I think we've learned that today.
Yeah, the best story has the most pain.
Yep. Celeb drama, yeah, reality show. Yeah, I think we got it. I think we finally know what a story is.
Thank you all for joining us on this journey. This is probably what it feels like to be the greatest storyteller of our lifetime.
I think so.
Who is, of course, Jesus Christ.
Okay. Yep. The greatest story ever told, the Bible.
Yeah.
There's no arguing that.
Yeah. Do you know that Jesus wrote the entire Bible?
In one night.
We can't get into this. We have to stop. Okay, everyone, thank you so much.
We're out of time, or else we'll get into it. But
I got so much to talk about Jesus.
Yeah, I had all these notes about the Bible, but can't get to them.
Well, everyone, thank you for joining. You are all the best, and this is going to be the greatest story ever told.
It is, and you guys are going to be a part of it, and we're gonna knock it out of the park. There's going to be death, celebrities, butterflies, reality TV.
Yep. And Obama.
And Obama.
All right. Of course, like we always sign off, and this phrase is still apt to what we're doing right now. Is that we're always going to bring you the news with a wink
and a nod.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.